Now the ball is in his court. Let me see what he decides. Yes, but you can't leave the entire decision on him only. He says he wants to have his own children. But what is the meaning of own children as such? You tell me. These children are going to grow up in 20 years and they are going to leave you. In India, the meaning of family is still different. It is still going on the same way it was, we can say, 50 years back. But here things are not like that, right? They've never been like that. No, in India also things have changed like anything. But in one way or the other, we can say that strings remain. Shefali always thought she would adopt 2 kids when she was in class 11. She had that feeling that she would go abroad, not marry, and adopt 2 kids the way she saw on screen Sushmita Sen doing. So she felt that would be a very independent way of living and she would still have company of children whom she loved. While back that time, kids used to think in that manner, and Shefali was one of them who always had different kind of thoughts, kept on experimenting with different thoughts in her mind about her life and how life in general was. School was a time when everything was carefree and there was no need to worry about anything. But still Shefali used to think about all different types of topics and that she used to hear from somewhere or see on television. And as far as I knew, she was a very keen reader. She was always involved with books and she used to borrow a lot of books from her friends and read them, then write synopsis and discuss with friends what she read. From a young age, she wanted to do something for children and had a feeling that a good time of her life should also go for social cause that she believes in. I used to see her counseling children and children coming to her for different problems and playing and discussing different stories. What children were not able to share with their family, they used to share with her. And they had a small informal family that discussed about all the weird things that could not be shared elsewhere. Once when she visited a house full of orphans, all the children came running towards her, hugging her from all directions. Shefali was taken aback. And that time when she told us the entire story, even we could not believe that how come the children who were meeting for the first time behave in that kind of a manner? After all, they were seeing each other for the very first time. Mahatmanah tumam partha devim prakritim ashritaha bhajanti ananya manso gyatva bhuta adim avayam. On the other hand, Arjun, great souls who have adopted the divine nature, knowing me as the prime source of all beings and the imperishable, eternal, worship me constantly with one pointedness of mind. Bhagavad Gita chapter 9 verse 13. She used to have deep thoughts even at a young age, and it was nice to see a person who thought about others like that. Perhaps she did not have the concept of others in her mind. Now, when she got married, she again had the dreams of adopting children. But her husband wanted children born of her body specifically and none of them to be adopted. The very topic of adopting children would bring chaos in their house, and literally she had a very hard time not following her own path and trusting the words of her husband entirely. I told her that when you are wanting to have 2 children, then perhaps one can be born of your body and the other can be adopted. But she was saying that her husband was not agreeing for even that proposition, which she had already put forward. She was under a dire circumstance and felt that when the child is going to be of both, then why is she not being listened to? There were constant fights and it came to the point where she even thought of separating. Until then, it was not very clear to other people in the home that why she was so bent upon adopting children when she could have her own. She left her house for 6 months and started working in an orphanage surrounded by children and kept all of them like her very own. To maintain slight communication with the family, she did not go very far, but at the same time did not stay in constant touch with everyone. Maybe because she was wanting to find herself and do what she wanted to do. Perhaps also she wanted people to understand her in the very fact that they were not understanding that issue which was bringing her pain. She even advocated the thought of adopting children to other people. So when she could not do that for her own self, she felt disappointed. She was having a simple thought base that all the children around were children of universe, and everybody, not even just children, even the grown-ups, belonged to everyone else. There was no such thing as one person is of that person and one person is of that other person. Every person is for every other person, and that is how a mutual symbiotic relationship works throughout the universe. But who would understand all these things? It was not possible for people to understand her, and for the lack of communication, she felt that she should either change her situation or give people time to understand her. Perhaps the second option was a better one at that time, and so she started to work in an orphanage. But spending time with children and letting the family spend time with children actually helped. They could experience how it feels to extend arms to somebody whom you have not met before. I really appreciated her for her actions. It was not merely adopting children, it was adopting a thought base, adopting a feeling that everybody was present for everybody else, and she owned everybody and everybody owned her. By that true logic, nobody was an orphan really. However, things were still not under control, and there was no way they could come to a solid solution. She had been under a constant turmoil for many years. To have not followed what one believes is extremely painful, but to have no original thought is a much more painful regret when one feels that there are no options left in life. After some months, she came to a conclusion with her husband that they would have their own child, and at the same time, they would open a school where they would live permanently, where there will be a lot of children whom she would educate and give good value system. They shifted to a village where they started a school, and it was not just a change of life, but a complete paradigm shift, because for even her family to move along with her was a big decision, and I would say a big support to her outlook, believing in her that what she was saying was correct and that thought must be propagated. For the lack of a better example, one cannot support practicality in the name of absent-mindedness. Of course, not everyone could be convinced, but she remained focused and pointed towards her belief while facing challenges that arose from time to time. Few years back, this was not even possible, and to have that kind of shift in her life, along with the others, was almost a miracle. It was very inspiring to see her follow her dreams and to have a better vision in her mind that got developed over the years. This was an immense growth, and definitely a shift arrived because she had the power as well as strength that even if people are not there with her in her decision, she would walk alone. She would stand by herself and she would follow her mindset and what she truly believed in without having to succumb to external circumstances. It was a great change for her, and the school was still going to come up. They had purchased the land, they had finalized the design. But the way things were coming naturally and the entire game was going on, it was stupendous. I was so happy to be a witness to it all and to see how the complete transformation was happening. It was a feeling of true bliss. This was not merely about adopting children. It was about adopting oneself also. It was about giving birth to oneself after dying so many times from different situations. When she finally woke up to herself and decided to do what she wanted to do with all her mind and with those whom she loved.